Hey guys, Ari Henning from Motorcyclist Magazine here to give you the lowdown on tires for small sport bikes in this special episode of MC Garage. Small bore sport bikes like KTM's new RC390 are making a big splash, and tire manufacturers are taking notice. Michelin, Bridgestone, and Shinko have all recently added street rubber in 140 and 150 section widths suitable for smaller sport bikes. That's adding to existing options from Pirelli and IRC. In this comparison, we'll test them all so you can make an informed decision when it comes time to replace your tires. This test will focus primarily on grip and handling, because those are two very important things to consider when picking new tires for a fun little sport bike like this one. So this test will not try to nominate the best tire for commuting. If you want to know how long these tires last, check people's reports on the forums. But if you want to know how they perform when pushed hard by an experienced rider on the same bike, at the same track, on the same day, this is the test for you. Our test subjects include Michelin's Pilot Street Radials, Bridgestone's S20 Evos, IRC's RX01 Road Winners, Pirelli's Diablo Rosso 2s, and Shinko's SR880 881s. Our test bike is a 2015 KTM RC390, and our test venue is the Streets of Willow circuit in Rosamond, California. We set the tire pressures at 30 psi cold and monitored pressures and tread temperature throughout the test to ensure optimal performance. Coming in last place are Michelin's Pilot Street Radials. These are the radial version of the bias ply tires that come stock on Yamaha's new R3. The rear tire revealed its limitations almost immediately with chatter and big, ugly slides at moderate lean angles. This is the exact same behavior we experienced with the stock R3 tires, but I'd really hoped that the radials would be better. I adjusted the KTM shock settings in an attempt to quell the chatter, but it made little difference. The front tire performed much better, however, with direct, albeit heavy steering, really good bump compliance, and a planted neutral feel while trail braking. Too bad then that the rear tire has such a hard time holding the road. To be fair, Michelin places these tires in the sport touring category, and the tire's deep, parallel sipes are clearly designed with wet weather riding in mind. Let's hope the streets are long wearing and good in the rain, because as sport tires, they're simply no good. Inu Rubber Company's Road Winners are ubiquitous. The Ninja and CBR have come with them stock since the dawn of time. These bias ply tires have a low, round profile that makes for fairly high effort steering and slow transitions, and the stiff carcass results in a pretty rough ride that numb feedback, especially while trail braking. But traction is surprisingly good, and the IRCs only began to protest once I reached knee-dragging lean angles. And even then, the slides I experienced were pretty minor and easy to recover. The bottom line, the IRCs are fine for novice track day riders and totally adequate for canyon carving. Would I recommend buying a set? No, probably not, especially given the price. But if your bike came with them from the factory, it's definitely worth wearing them out before you replace them. The Diablo Rosso 2s are Pirelli's benchmark street tire and original equipment on the KTM RC390. They came in third in this test. These tires have a fairly steep, sporty profile, and handling is fantastically sharp and completely stable. A soft carcass helps the Rosso soak up bumps, so the Pirelli's track true over rough pavement, even when leaned over. The front tire was planted while trail braking, and though feedback diminished at really deep lean angles, traction was never an issue. Rear grip was good, to a point. I experienced some chatter during rapid direction changes and also some small slides while applying the gas at corner exit, but this was only once I dialed up the speed quite a bit. I expected more performance out of this 150 series rear tire, given my previous experience with the smaller 140 series tire. The 150 has a higher W speed rating, however, which means it has different tread compounds that might not be as trackworthy as what's used on the super grippy 140 rear. Coming in a surprise second are Shinko's SR880 and 881. The SRs are radial tires with a mellow profile. They steer better than the IRCs, but don't feel nearly as agile or compliant as the Pirellis. And while feedback isn't great, man do these tires stick. The pace really had to come up for the Shinkos to misbehave, and when they finally did, it was with smooth, controllable rear slides. Great traction encouraged more aggressive direction changes, and while the SRs permitted really rapid transitions, they also demanded the most force on the bars due to their round profile. Ride quality was decent, once again a split between the stiff IRCs and the flexible Pirellis. The Shinko's handling isn't the best, but you can't argue with the grip. And how about that price? They're the cheapest tires here by over $60. And that brings us to the winner, Bridgestone's S20 Evos. They've got the Pirelli's great handling and ride quality, but with better feedback, along with more grip than the Shinkos and a very reasonable price. These tires have proper sport handling and fantastic traction, and I was regularly dragging foot peg as a result. I braked later and harder on the stones than on anything else tested, and carried more corner speed more confidently. The S20 Evos are the best handling and grippiest tires here, with a broad, slick shoulder design that puts maximum rubber on the road at full lean. They're also the lightest tires here, even with the larger 150 series rear that we used. All that goodness makes the Bridgestones my top pick out of this lot, and you better believe they're the tires I'll keep on my RC390. Alright, that's how the current crop of tires for small sport bikes stack up. Hopefully this review will help you make a more informed purchasing decision when it comes time to replace your tires. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post below. Thanks for watching.